So one of the major problems a lot of new YouTubers have is talking to the camera. And the thing is, there are actually valid reasons for this, because for a lot of people it feels cringe. They can't understand why you will sit down in front of a camera and you're talking to it as though somebody is actually there, right? And I understand. But the thing is, this alone has made a lot of people who want to start YouTube channel to put it off. And I'm saying this from experience, all right? I've always wanted to make videos. I've always loved YouTube. I've always loved watching YouTubers and stuff like that. But because I don't like watching myself, because I don't like sitting down and pretending like I'm talking to somebody, whereas nobody's actually there. All right. I didn't like the sound of my voice. I didn't like the way I look on camera, and all these things. I'm still working on it. But the thing is, this alone has pushed a lot of people to procrastinate, um, to not do the things that they've always wanted to do. So how do you actually overcome this fear of talking to the camera? How do you become comfortable talking to the camera? That's what I'll be talking about in this video. And there are 3 things that you have to do to become comfortable with the camera. If you master these 3 things, or if you can do these 3 things, you won't have problems talking to the camera again. In fact, you talk to the camera as though it is your friend, as though it is your body, as though you would know that you're not just talking to a device, you're talking to somebody at the other side or on the other side of YouTube. Now, the first thing you must do is to embrace the cringe. Embrace the cringe. Now, um, as humans, we always like to be perfect. Everybody wants to see his or herself perfect, all right? And because of this, a lot of people put off the things they ought to do, all right? They want everything to be perfect. They are waiting till that time when they will be like 1,000 or $1 million production company. All right, you can always start with what you have. And a lot of times it's going to be embarrassing. Think of it this way. One of the things I like to do is I like to go back to watch. Anytime I feel down, discouraged, I go down to watch the old videos of creators that have been doing this for years, for decades. I talk about the likes of Mr. Beast, Ryan Trahan, Dude Perfect, all of them like that. All right, these guys have been doing these things for a very long time. Right, and when they started, they didn't have the best cameras, and you hear them say that when they go back to watch their old videos, it feels cringe. It's going to feel cringe, right? This video I'm making right now, in 5 years time, I'm going to look back at it and I'm going to feel like disgusted, right? Because over time you will get to improve. Is a fact. Over time you get to improve. But if you don't start at all, you never improve. You never get better talking to the camera. So the first thing you have to do is to embrace the cringe. It's normal. Everybody faces it, or everybody will face it. All right. The thing where it gets bad is if you don't start at all, because you feel it's going to be cringe, it's not going to be worth it, and stuff like that. So you first have to embrace the cringe. Now, the second thing which you must not miss is to practice consistently. All right, you're never going to get better at shooting content or at making videos. You're never going to get comfortable with the camera if you don't do it. All right, think of it like running or playing football, or you're somebody who likes. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of a lot of things that can serve as a good example to this. Anything you want to learn at all. Let's use going to the gym, for example. When you get to the gym the first day, you don't build muscles overnight, all right? It takes time. And over time, you find yourself becoming comfortable. The things that used to feel like they are going to kill you or they will be too heavy, you find out that you are getting better at it, or you are able to adapt to it. So you have to figure out a way to practice consistently. Even if you just have to make one video every day and upload it, forget about the analytics. Even if it gets 0 views or 1 view or whatever, all right, just post it, shoot a video. You can talk about anything. At this point, it doesn't need to be structured. Just talk about anything you're interested in. Post it on YouTube. All right. The thing is, the goal for you is to get comfortable with the camera, because if you want to take content creation seriously, you're going to be doing this for a very long time. So the first foundation you must build is talking to the camera comfortably. Now, another thing that will help is I've seen a lot of people do this, and I would suggest it. Actually, it has helped a lot of people. All right, is imagining that somebody is there. For a lot of people, they take a picture of somebody that they are comfortable talking to and then put it just beside the camera. So they are looking at the camera, but in their minds, they feel like they are talking to that person. All right. I just do it mentally. All right. In some cases, I just imagine there's somebody that I'm comfortable talking to, and then I'll just work with that. All right. So you can just imagine. It helps actually. You can imagine there's somebody, whether it's your friend, your brother, your sister, somebody you're comfortable talking to. You can just imagine that person there, or you can just put a picture. Now, it will be weird for somebody to walk in and see you putting a picture of somebody and then just beside the camera. It's kind of weird, actually. So if you can, but if you can't, you can just in your mind imagine that there's somebody there that you can actually talk to. All right, somebody that you feel comfortable talking to. It will help boost your confidence in a way. All right. So I believe that everything I've shared in a way kind of helped you. The goal is that you go ahead and start making content. All right, the creator economy is booming, and I myself am still growing. In fact, these things I'm sharing with you, it's not like I've become a master at it. All right, but I'm working towards it. All right, that's why you're actually seeing this video. So go ahead, make your first set of videos. Don't try to structure anything. We're going to talk about packaging, title, everything in this video as we go ahead in this channel. All right, so but the first thing I want you to do is to get comfortable talking to the camera. That's the first step. Get comfortable talking to the camera. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. We will talk about it. All right, thank you. See you in the next one. Peace.